So I figured, why not? And it happened again. It's just completely a slap in my face. I have repeatedly shown interest. I don't want to be doing what I'm doing for the rest of my life. And I feel like as much as I take a step forward, it's always a no. And I'm freaking tired of hearing no. I'm tired of being rejected. I am tired of things just not aligning. And so I complained. I complained that to the boss. And I said, moving forward, figure out a communication in the agency because this isn't acceptable. For me to have to continue hearing from other people and to still not be notified is ridiculous. No one should have to feel like this because it feels awful. And I am still asking for more work. I am asking to take on new tasks, and they just don't want to. They don't want to give me anything to build skill on. So I've just been a little stressed because I do want to move out. And reality is I share a room with my sister, and we split a garage. It's kind of like she has one side and I have another, but it's just so unlivable. It's 6 of us in a house, and we all share a room, and although it works, I just don't understand how my siblings don't want more for themselves, don't want to pursue, to get their own things, just to help my parents out. It just seems like there's so many people and everyone doesn't feel like the equal is contributing. So, but that's my situation. And at work, there has been multiple comments made by higher ups that they want more Asian representation, and that trickles down to hiring. But the reality is that we need manpower for the Latino clients coming in, because there is a lot. And if that's the majority coming in that is putting money in your pockets, the least you could do is also accommodate. I feel like if I complain anymore, if I stand up anymore, more than I already am, it's just going to lead to a retaliation. And although they will play the part, I will have to hit the brunt of it. I talk to my siblings and my family, my friends, and they just say, like, just don't really do much, do what you have to do, and then get out. But if all these years people are saying and doing whatever they want, where is the accountability? I really want there to be some change. You guys, I make 58 cents for knowing a second language, and this office takes full advantage of the Spanish I speak. There's so many clients coming in needing that, and I am pulled left and right for it, in which it takes away time for me to finish my work. And I understand it's frustrating course expected me to be the first one here, the last one gone, and doing all this extra stuff. I've had about 4 years here now, and I really thought I could move up. It was the main reason of me taking the job, and that just doesn't seem like it's gonna happen, which is fine. I am planning on returning for school, getting my master's. I want to move out, to have something that is mine. And I think my family places so much fear in me. Oh, so I'm all over the place all the time. So I have about 2 coworkers that I know off the top of my head that just complained and complained of their situations, and lo and behold, something was able to be done where they could be moved into different departments. A new staff who expressed she was in a master's program. After she got the job, they worked with her to count this as her internship. I mean, it is just ridiculous to allow that, and to know this, and to expect that other people won't say something, because the rules clearly can be bent for those that they want to bend them for. You know, when I expressed my interest, my annoyance and frustrations, all this agency had to say was that they see my leadership and they know the kind of employee I am. Well, if you know that, why is it taking you so long to acknowledge it? I don't care about a frickin' team's shout out. Pay me more. Move me up. It's just I've equally have fought my way to be able to learn. You know, if I knew differently, I would have chosen differently. At the time when I was going to college, it was all I knew. I was the first in my family to really figure it out. I have no idea what I'm doing half of the time, and I know where I want to be. I'm just not sure how it looks like to get there. And my family has had so much security in just working. You know, my siblings have jobs that pay them well. Do they necessarily like it? I'm not so sure. But I think they've grown to like it because it pays well. But I just don't think that's me. I can work something and get paid well. But I want purpose. I want something to be meaningful. And I've taken a lot of interest in making sure there's services for women, making sure there's opportunities for them, opportunities for my community, and really ensuring that people have correct information and not catered information to what possibly seems right. So I was freaking out because I was torn if I should have just done a master's program in social work or a master's in public health. And I do love public health, but with the current state of funding and the administration, it's just, it doesn't seem like the right decision, but the passion is there. So I'm hoping to speak with one of the professors to see if there's a possibility of moving into maybe the master's in social work and in public health. because I feel like that would be pretty good to have. But I am waiting for that. I really pray, and I think I'll figure it out. I have a lot of hope. And, I have to work hard. I have to work, maybe do jobs, and maybe do tutoring, and just really sell myself. And if that's what I have to do, then I'm okay with doing that. But it's just really, really hard. And if you are also Latina and the first in your family, and I'm not the oldest, so I have a lot of siblings that have never even thought as far as I have for their own success. Think you can do it. It is terrifying and it's stressful to not have a layout that this is how it's gonna look like and this is what you'll be doing and this is what work will look like for you. But the unknown is rewarding, and life really rewards those who take risks and who aren't afraid and who aren't scared. So I genuinely think, as scary as it is, do it scared, do it uncertain, do it unsure, because a step forward is better than no step at all. At least there's movement and things get to start going. And then maybe you are the one that guides the person after you in telling them, you could work in this, you could work in that. So, I know it's very scary for us who are the first in our families to really chase success, and whatever success means